I thought we were gonna say and sing the same thing.
Okay, go. First song that comes to your mind, we're gonna sing. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
You was sleeping on me thinking that was summertime. Okay, Gautier and Nicki Minaj.
Okay. Hey, new mind meld right there.
Yeah, right?
Okay.
Oh, damn.
Okay.
Oh, that's so hard.
I know. Okay.
How would we ever do that?
Okay. That song you were just singing, song I was just singing, it's not gonna work. It's not gonna work.
No, we're just gonna sing the ABCs. Okay, we'll skip that game.
Hey, what's up, y'all? Welcome back to Thanks for Tipping. I'm Tim Chantarangsu.
I'm Megan Batu, and this is episode 4. 5.
5. Wow.
It's 5.
Yeah.
It's 5.
It's 5. It's 5.
Yeah,
it's 5.
you probably shouldn't leave me to anything because I came here last week on accident.
You sure the fuck did?
Yeah.
I was chilling, feeding my child. I'm with Q, just giving him snacks, and then I get a text from Batoon. Hey, traffic, I'm gonna be 10 minutes late. I'm like, what? Did I mess something up? Oh shit. I'm like, then I look, no, that's the wrong day. And then I'm thinking, oh no, did I tell her the wrong day?
No.
I literally scrolled up 3 texts, and I'm like, Batoon.
I've never had something so wrong. I've never gotten something so wrong in my life. And that was effort. I did my hair and makeup. I drove all the way here.
Yeah.
And then I realized that it was the wrong day. And I don't know how that happened.
What'd you end up doing?
Well, I just went home and edited.
Dang, son. I feel like if I came out this way, how far away were you?
From here or my house?
From here.
5 minutes.
Oh, man, I would have pulled over and Googled where was a good spot to eat and, you know what I'm saying? I don't know, got a coffee, got a, those rooftops out here.
True. I could have done that. Yeah. But I just ate it.
Well, sometimes you just got to eat it.
Sometimes you do just have to eat it.
You know, in more ways than one.
Maybe just one.
Okay, don't be gross. Well, hey, let's check in.
Ooh, checking in.
Checking in on you. You go first. How are you?
Well, walking in, my heart melted because you're wearing the same team crew neck, which I didn't even remember that you had.
I got the whole sweatsuit.
I love it.
Yeah. Here's what's funny. I didn't even remember that I had it, but I was cleaning out my shit. I had just a huge, disgusting pile of clothes everywhere. I'm like, I need to organize a little bit. And just, figuring out what I wanted to Buffalo exchange and what I wanted to keep. And I was like, oh, okay.
I know.
So, yeah, here you go.
Cute. I love it. This one, even, did you see the little wrist detail?
Yeah, it says, because I read it all the time, we only win when no one loses.
True, except if you're playing a game.
In a competition. Yeah.
But I'm making another one. I realize that this one is facing everyone else. So the hoodie I'm making now has embroidered facing you. So you get to read it.
So it's like a message, like a little
to yourself.
Positive affirmation. Yeah.
Exactly.
You should just have sleeves that say, you're gonna be okay.
Yeah.
Don't cut me.
Oh, geez. Oh my God. I know I'm getting all my tattoos removed, but then I'm putting them on garments.
Dang.
Yeah, I should have just done that in the beginning.
Wait, are you really getting all your tattoos removed?
Most of them.
For what reason?
Half of them I got after I quit entertainment, and I was like, well, this is a rebellious act. I know. Right. I kind of the thing about me is I go from 0 to 100 and 100 to 0. There's no middle ground.
I think I knew that. Yeah.
It is extreme.
Yeah.
So I was like, well, I'm not going to be on TV. So I blasted my arms. And then when I came back, I was like, well, hang on a second. I think maybe being on TV might be nice. And so now I'm taking them mostly all off.
Dang, son. I heard that's a painful process.
It hurts more than any pain I've ever had.
Way more in comparison to the tattoo, how much more?
Immensely more. The tattoo was like a bee sting, if that.
Word.
And this is hot lasers going back and forth.
Fuck.
It's horrendous.
They don't give you no numbing cream or anything?
Not where I go.
Sheesh.
Yeah.
Why not?
I don't know. But when I see people like Pete Davidson, completely.
His whole body, yeah.
I'm I have so much more respect for him. I already think, obviously, he's cute, tall, white, lanky, love it.
Yeah,
but
of course.
the fact that he went through all of that pain,
yeah,
I'm like, That boy is strong.
The Rebrand is serious right now.
Rebrand is serious.
I feel like he probably is about to be in like a life-changing movie or some shit. You know what I'm saying? For him to fully rebrand and he looks like he's off drugs now. He's looking healthy in the face.
Yeah.
You know, he's looking like he put on a little like healthy weight.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm happy for him, man. I
Cool.
mean, because girls already, you know,
I know.
love him.
The girls love him.
Yeah. Do you think? Well, let me ask you this: as a girl,
Yeah.
who is horny sometimes,
Sometimes.
but also who's somebody who enjoys a lanky white.
Yeah, always.
Do you feel like the girls that found him attractive how he was before are like turned off by no tattoos, filled out,
No.
Where's my he could be on crack look?
Yeah, no, I think it's like that saying where it's like, if you can't take me at my worst, you don't deserve me at my best.
Right,
If you like Pete Davidson before, you're going to love him now.
Because my guy was slaying poons of all sorts.
He really
before.
was. He really was.
I knew him from Wild 'N Out.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
I didn't know that he was on Wild 'N Out.
On the reboot that I was on of Wild 'N Out, I was on it for about 2 to 3 years before, because, you know, they're always bringing in new people.
Yeah.
No. He was on from the jump.
Was he?
Yes, he was on. Yes, when they rebooted it, it was a young Pete Davidson on the show with me, early episodes. He's on that shit.
Cool.
Just like a young kid. He was probably like 17, 18 maybe when he was on there.
Damn.
And yeah, super sweet kid at the time. You know what I'm saying? Like then he was like a little scrawny kid. You know what I'm saying? Just like,
Yeah.
you know, your videos are hilarious. You know what I'm saying? After a couple years, he wasn't on the show anymore, and then was just going hard at like the stand up and everything else he was doing. And then he was on SNL, and
Right.
I was like, oh shit, look at Pete. You know?
Cool.
Yeah.
Okay, lit.
Yeah, man.
Okay, your turn, though. Unless you have something else to say before checking in.
I was gonna say before checking in. You know what's funny is I'm the complete opposite, because as far as the tattoos and thought process go, and being 0 to 100.
Yeah, you're definitely getting more.
Well, no, I'm always thinking, what if this happens? So I'm never 0 to 100 usually.
What do you mean? What if this happens?
I'll tell you right now. One of the main reasons I never got tattoos when I was younger, other reasons being that like my dad hated tattoos, and I also felt like I was such a wishy-washy person, I couldn't commit to an image. I felt like I would change my mind. But another reason was I felt like as a young Asian actor, I knew that opportunities were kind of scarce. So in my head, I would be in a room auditioning for a part, and they'd be like, it's down to you two, but he has tattoos. We got to cover those up. Let's go with the other Asian guy.
Oh, just made it easier to cast.
Yeah. Because
Okay.
I feel like I can portray a younger Asian dude for a long time in my life. And I'm like, even though like, I might be 20 something, I'm like, I can still portray like a high school kid. I was like, let me just keep everything looking mad pure. That's why I never got tattoos.
Okay.
And now I feel like I'm kind of past the point of playing high school kids. And, you know, if there's anything that's I'm not going to change my mind on, it's my love for my daughter. So it was multiple things. So I was like, all right, I'm going to start getting tattoos now.
Hell yeah.
And so, yeah. And actually, it's Q's about to turn 2 in March. So it's about time for my other forearm.
Oh, whoa.
To complement the Veda tattoo.
What if you have more kids? You're going to need more arms.
I've got some good real estate.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? We'll see. And also stuff I'm always thinking about it.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, I can't fill these because I want some type of cohesive babies on my arms.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So
Okay.
I just want people shooting their jizz all over my arms, you know?
I do. I understand.
But me, checking in
with him.
Since last time I saw you, I've been great. For the most part.
For the most part.
Well, you know, just silly shit here and there. I've just been tired, sleepy. This morning specifically, oh man, Batoon. You ever have one of those days where you think like, everything's going according to plan. This is great.
Yes.
And then one thing fucking fucks it real quick. You
Okay.
know? I was just dropped Ada off at school, and when I left her school, I was like, oh, perfect. I'm gonna get to the studio half an hour early. I'm gonna chill, go through my emails, maybe get on TikTok live, talk to the people for a little bit.
Let's go TikTok live.
Whenever I have a spare 20 minutes where I'm like, I don't have anything I need to do, I'm like, let me hop on TikTok live, see what's
Cool.
popping over there with the kids. You know what I'm
Sick.
saying? Get my Riz up, see how my aura points are doing. You know, it's just skibbity it up, you know?
I can't wait for your kids to get old enough to be embarrassed by you.
I think it's gonna be sooner than later, man. But I was driving. I was probably like 10 minutes on the freeway already, and then and I had a great drop off with Beta because sometimes it's hit or miss. Sometimes she's like kind of sad. Sometimes she's like loves to just go play with her friends. This time it was great, clean drop off. Gave her little fucking lunch pail, her little sleepy blanket situation, tucked it all away. Cool, driving, and I'm in my head. I'm like, I'm going through like the checklist of shit because, it's like a lot of stuff to drop off. The lunch, the sleepy thing, and then in my head I'm like, fuck, Kitty, because she always sleeps with a little stuffy. I had her carrying Kitty, like when we were going to the car, and I was like, oh shit, did she take it with her into school? Oh shit, I'm looking around, I don't see Kitty. We're good. But then I look back, and Kitty was all the way behind the headrests in the back of the car because she had tossed it back there. I was like, fuck. So then put in the GPS. Damn it, it's gonna take me another like 12 minutes to navigate back to the school. And luckily all worked out. I got here on time. But I still I had to pee really bad coming here. I didn't have time. Like I was literally looking around my car like, yo, do I have an extra bottle I could pee into?
That is the worst. I had that same feeling like last month.
Yeah.
And I was like, do I want to be this person still? And I think I like emptied out a water bottle and prepared it.
Yeah.
I think I even unbuttoned my pants and I was just like, I don't want to be this person.
How do girls do that? I didn't know girls could do it.
You gotta get it right up against it.
It's a little frustrating for dudes because, first of all, I was so mad because I 100% would have peed into a bottle this morning, but for the first time in a month, I cleaned my car out last week, so now I got no trash in there. Like, fuck! The one time I need a spare bottle, right? You would think it's easy. Yeah, just shove your whole penis in the hole. Nice, but the holes are little. You feel me? Mm-hmm. So you have to like...
Well, if you just have the little doo-doo-doo, and you put that
hole
there.
Hole right up against the hole of the bottle.
Yeah.
So it's a little like, but it's nerve-wracking. You kind of get like stage fright, you know what I'm saying? I've tried to do it while driving. Like had one foot on the pedal and still, but I couldn't do it. I had to pull over and like, it took me forever.
Man, what if you got like pulled over while you were peeing? You could probably get, not arrested, but a ticket for that.
What would I don't know.
Like indecent exposure and also dumb. We're charging you $65 because dumb.
I don't know. I would hope that a male officer would sympathize. You know what I'm saying? Be like, I get it, bro.
Right. Well, just like distracted driving.
Yeah,
and also, you just said stage fright, and I'm very curious. Do you have stage fright? Do you get stage fright at all after all of these years?
Like when I'm trying to pee on stage?
Yeah. When you're doing anything on stage.
So I get really nervous right before.
Yeah.
Even before like filming Wildin' Out, before any type of like rap performance, like shit where I'm just fucking like if we do a live podcast, nothing. We're like, cool. Yeah, we're fucking, we're just having a good time. We're just fucking each other on stage, guys. Me and Rick. Like live podcasting, that's super chill for me. I feel like I get to just go have fun. Who cares what I even say? Like we're just out there, like we're just having a good time.
Yeah.
But when I'm kind of feel a little more pressure to put on a like quote unquote show, whether I'm rapping or like doing stand up or I got to get my jokes off on Wildin' Out, I get really nervous beforehand. I always like have nervous poop like 10 minutes before. I might even like scrunch up a paper towel, put it in my ass crack because I get very sweaty butthole. Very sweaty ass crack from the nerves.
Yeah.
Right. But once I'm out there, it's like I get a rush. I'm with the crowd. I feel great. The last time I dabbled in stand up with my boys, with PD Flow and Super Ego, we were in Vegas, and Peter was like, "You know what, dude? I haven't seen you nervous in years."
Whoa.
And he was like, it was so for him. It was like kind of refreshing to see me nervous because he's like, you're like fucking Mr. Cool.
Yeah, calm like humanizes you a little bit.
Yeah, he's like, you're so calm and collected all the time. He was like, dude, it was nice to see you nervous.
I want to see you nervous.
Shit, man, come to Vegas. We might do another stand-up show in May.
Hell yeah.
Come.
How are you writing your jokes? Because I exclusively date comedians, unfortunately. Right. And I love the process of any type of
You want to see
art.
my notepad?
I do.
Yeah, so this is kind of how I just organize my brain thoughts, and this is how I've been organizing my jokes. It's a rough theme, and then it's bullet points of the specific things I want to say about each little theme. So it's like, oh my God.
You're crushing for yourself. You're reading your jokes, and you're just like...
No, I'm not. I'm not laughing at. I'm not laughing at my. I'm not being like, God, this is so funny. I'm saying, wow, it's more specific than I thought. I thought it was gonna be way more bullet point, but these are actually pretty like written out. Here,
Oh, nice.
If you want to check it out, it's literally just numbered bullet points.
Cool.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. So you are very organized.
When I need to be, like, even when I'm writing bars, this is kind of crazy. I've never actually looked at my process through someone else's eyes before.
Great.
Because, I don't consider myself a super organized person, but you saying this made me realize.
I mean, those were numbered.
So check this out. So wow, this is
I don't see you as an organized person either, but now I came here without it being the right day. So
yeah, fool.
Maybe you're more organized than I am.
This interior designer can't even get her calendar figured out.
The calendar's not the wall, okay?
Yeah, that's facts. So you know how? Okay, so I wrote a song for Veda for her second birthday.
Yeah.
Q's birthday is coming up, and so I'm working on a song for him. I haven't written shit, but this is interesting because even though I haven't written anything, each rap verse is 16 bars.
Yeah.
Okay. So I have the 16s separated into little 4-point stanzas.
Oh my gosh.
For each group of
gosh.
bars. And I haven't written shit yet. This is how I have it laid out. Verse 1, 4 bars, 4 bars, 4 bars, 4 bars.
Wait, that's sweet.
It helps me like attack it if I like kind of separate it. You know what I'm saying?
Cool.
Because it's less daunting for me. I'm like, oh fuck, I gotta write a whole song. But when I'm like, okay, I just gotta write little 4 bars first, then 4 bars, then 4 bars. You know?
Right.
I try to end each little 4-bar set with like a nice little like witty line or something that's like, oh shit.
Yeah. Rap is kind of just like poetry to a beat, right? So you're writing poems with a punchline at the end of each stanza.
Yeah, like literally.
Cool. You should get him to sample, like when he's like crying.
You know what I did sample?
Or laughing, maybe laughing.
You know what I've sampled? Check this out.
Check this out.
You're gonna love it.
You're gonna love it.
You know what I love about listening to our podcast?
What?
It's like just yapping to each other for 50 minutes and then 10 minutes of answering someone's question.
I know. This time will be better though. This time will be better. Right after this, we'll get into a question.
Okay, listen to this beat I had made for my son's song, and it's a very specific sample that I had my producer homie Gian Bravo in on the East Coast make for me. Check it out. See if you recognize the sample. This is exclusive. Thanks for tipping. Exclusive.
Oh shit. The Office?
No. You're gonna wait for and when you hear the little vocal sample, it's gonna be like, oh. I'm gonna let you guys just groove to the beat for a second.
What is it? I recognize it.
I know you do.
It's not Katy Perry or something.
No.
Pop.
Here we go. I
mean, great beat.
I thought the sample was gonna come in. Here we go. Let's go. Okay, here we go. It's coming.
I don't believe you anymore.
Here we go. Right here. Oh, it's gonna come after the first hook. That's
7.
fine. Okay.
Oh, Hamilton wrote the other 51.
Yeah.
Oh, of course. I'm kind of pissed at myself for not getting that.
Yeah, it's the song for their kids, but I hadn't looped the specific part where he's like, "You shine like the morning sun, my son," and that.
Look at my son.
Yeah. So that's on the hook.
That's cute.
Yeah.
That's cute.
It's gonna be fire.
That's cute.
It's gonna be great.
Get it?
Cute.
Q. Your son. Wow. Okay, look at us. This is a record that we're getting to your questions this early.
Wow, in the first 10 minutes, wild.
And what's cool about this episode is the first time we are getting voicemail submissions that you sent in, and we're going to listen to them, because before it was just people messaging us.
Fire.
And now we get to hear their voices.
Let's get it.
Okay. There's a lot of different vibes.
Okay.
I'm going to let you choose the vibes. Do you want it to be more work related or more personal life, romance, dating related?
Hey, Tim and Megan. So I am in a dilemma. I'm talking to this girl. I've known her for a minute. She's dope and everything, and I like everything about her. We vibe on the same wavelength. And I met her when she had a boyfriend back in the past. Jump to now, they broke up. How do you go about wanting to date a girl and take things seriously, but not be a rebound?
Ooh.
Because I really do like her, and I think she's feeling me, but I don't want it to be like I'm a rebounder, you know? I want to be able to like date her and take things seriously with her, but she just got out of her relationship. So what are your guys' tips on that? Thanks.
Whoa, rebound relationships? Oh, nothing's worse. Well, here's what's worse than a rebound relationship is a situationship.
I mean, you know, depending.
Depending? Some people say that getting over a situationship is harder than getting over a relationship
because there's no cut and dry.
You didn't know where it could go. There's so much open-ended. Like, there is grief, but also possibility, and you never got to try it.
I feel that. Is it possible for a rebound to turn into a real relationship?
I don't know.
Well, I'll tell you this, Megan Mattoon. The first message I ever got from Chia on Facebook, I was confused because initially when I had expressed to her homegirl that I thought she was cute, she was kind of like whatever about it. And then when I got a message on Facebook from Chia and I hit the homegirl, the mutual, I was like, yo, Chia just messaged me on Facebook randomly. The homegirl was like, oh shit, she's single now.
Oh.
And I was like,
oh my God, you were on the wait list.
I think I was just, let me message this dude that thought I was cute. He's cute. Let me just entertain. Let's just rebound, have some rebound messaging fun.
So it started as a rebound?
You could look at it that way.
Wow.
You could look at it that way. And then I'm so goddamn charming.
I mean, come on.
And, you know, have you seen my teeth? They're so
great,
straight.
Great teeth.
2.5 years of braces.
Nice.
I think I was able to charm the pants off that girl.
Yeah.
You know?
Okay, so you have experience in this.
I
so
think,
you're going to help our friend.
I think it's definitely possible to, I mean, especially if he's known her from the past.
Right.
And they already have established some type of friendship. Like, they're cool. It's not like she just broke up and he's like, hey, what's up? Like, it's not like he's a random person that follows her on Instagram and he's like, yeah, hey, I see that you deleted all the pictures of this guy. Like, what's good? If I'm understanding his explanation, it sounds like they're already cool and now she's finally single.
So how slow would you take it if you were him?
I would.
And how do you take it slow?
Let's see. If I was him and a homegirl I've been crushing on for a minute was finally single, I would begin to reply to IG stories.
Ugh. I know. Isn't that the lowest level lift? But it also, it is so nice to get a DM. But here's what I don't like is just hearting it.
Oh, never.
I had a guy that was in a relationship for years. Would like every single one of my stories.
Well, maybe he just liked the stories,
Oh,
Batoon.
you think that was the case?
Because, well, let's say yes.
Let's say yes.
He thought you're super cool, super hot.
Great.
But because he's in a relationship, he's not going to message you.
Well, then don't. If you're in a relationship, it should be the heart should be inactive to push. Like, it should be, the contrast shouldn't be there. It should be gray.
What if he likes your stories, huh?
I mean, I have great stories. How could he not?
You do. You have great stories.
No, but don't do that because liking a story is the easiest nonsense, but it means so much. It means so much. You know how easy it is to click it? It means nothing to the person that's clicking it and everything to the person who's receiving it. Anyway, go on.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I think it sends a signal without sending too much of a signal. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's almost like you're putting the ball in their court. Because it seems innocent enough. Oh, maybe this person does enjoy this BLT I just made. Yeah. Maybe they do think it looks really good, you know? But then you also kind of understand, oh, wait, this person hasn't replied to a story in so long. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, you're replying to the story. You're not just liking it.
No, I'm not just like, I'm literally like.
Replying is great.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yes.
If I were him, I wouldn't just hit it with a like. If I were him and I was trying to start a conversation without being like, hey, can I get your number? Like, what are you doing Saturday? Just be like, damn, that BLT looks amazing. You know what I'm saying? Then you start the conversation. Now we're talking about BLTs.
Yeah.
Now you're talking about BLTs, and you're like, I know a great sandwich spot. Like, what are you doing? Like, yo, what do you like? When are you free? Like, yo, you gotta come try these fucking BLTs from the Hilltop Cafe because they're bomb.
Love
and
it.
now it's like an easy in that's not threatening. You put the ball in their court to see if they're willing to hang out. You know what I'm
Totally.
saying? So that's how I would go about it.
Okay, I love that.
Because then there's the tricky part. After you've finessed the outing, then it's the tricky part of like, I am your friend and I would like to be more than friends. Where do we
Yeah.
go? How do you do that? Have you ever?
Yeah,
And this question comes up a lot. Megan Batoon, have you ever had somebody who? I'm not even gonna say friend zone. Somebody who was your friend at first, who was
Yeah.
like, "Hey, I would actually like to go on a date," and you were down, and it was successful.
No. Everybody that has come to me has either been straight up like, let's date right off the bat. Have you?
Yes. When I was in like I think college years, there was a homegirl of mine who I'd known for like a couple years, and it was always like, and she was always just like, would just kind of laugh at my little flirty advances. It was nothing crazy. And then one day we just kind of randomly like kissed. Like you're just fucking around.
Yeah.
you're fucking around, you're drinking, you kiss your homegirl at a bar or something, And then once we kissed, she was like, looked at me different.
Right.
She was like, oh, that's like, even like when we say goodbye, she was like I saw her like go to herself like, yo, what the fuck? That's how Tim kisses?
Oh my God, it's those teeth.
So it's the teeth. I kiss teeth first. I go in like this. I bite like nose and lip.
Nice.
And I think, and I've always said that I think that, getting out of the quote unquote friend zone is like if you can get somebody to even kind of imagine themselves doing something physical with you, then it's kind of like a little game changer, because I think that's the friendship, right? Where you're like, oh, I don't, that's weird to imagine myself doing something like that with somebody. And then if you can kind of flip the switch a little bit, it's like, oh shit, what is this?
Yeah, there's a quote from the Truman Show from the guy, what's his name, Christoph, the guy that is you've seen.
Yes,
yeah,
of course.
Of course.
One of my favorite movies.
Yeah, I feel like you would love it too. One of my tattoos, I'm getting removed.
Oh, that's crazy, Batoon.
What?
I've never seen that tattoo on you.
Really?
And I swear to God.
Swear what?
I swear to God, when I was like, I have a folder of tattoo ideas, and one of them is the fucking
You better stop.
I had like in my idea tattoo folder box was the fucking sailboat against the wall with the stairs, because I have my whole fucking sailboat shit too.
I love that movie so much. That scene specifically, like when I was saying, "Hey, I'm not going to do entertainment anymore," that's how I felt, because it was like, "Oh, here's this world that I thought was real." And I'm starting to see the seams and how this is not maybe for me because people are pulling strings behind the scenes.
Yeah,
and
fucking
I'm just
lamps are falling out of thin air.
Right. And he's like, "Okay, I'm leaving. I'm choosing to not stay in this world that all I know in order to find the truth."
Yeah.
And the thing that the Christoph, the guy, says is, we accept the reality of the world with which we are presented. And I think with what you're saying of like, if you think that you're friends, you're always going to see each other as friends. But as soon as you put on some sort of like suave move or kiss, then it's like, oh, the reality with which I am presented has shifted. And now I don't see you as a friend.
Yeah, almost like I said with my homegirl. I mean, we were so young. We're like 20, and it ended up being
We were
nothing.
like 5.
Yeah. We're just a couple 8-year-olds on just picking each other's boogers and flicking them. But
That's foreplay.
yeah, right. And like I said, it turned into nothing. But I think I saw in her face like just as almost like a mind blown, confused switch. Like I never looked at this person this way, and all of a sudden, not that it was like life changing shit, but it was like, oh, my reality in regards to this person is completely changed.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. Are you funny? Because that helps.
That helps so much. That helps so much.
A great tactic is the I'm just playing unless you're gonna do it.
Right. Oh, that's in a song too.
Yeah. Well, Nelly. Unless you're gonna do it.
Yeah. Extra, spread the news.
So while you're eating the BLT, all right, what next? I don't know. You wanna go home and cuddle? I was just fucking around.
Okay, guys. If people don't think that they're funny and want to be funnier, what would your advice be to be funnier or to like develop your comedic style?
Dang.
I know.
I mean,
I know.
You know,
kind of a hard one.
So comedy is, you know, believe it or not, Megan Mattoon, some people don't find me funny. And I know, you don't want to believe it. I know. Well, like, you know, comedy is subjective, of course. I think my tip, and I've never even thought about this until now, look at what you think is funny, what makes you laugh. Try to see if you can do that. And then find somebody who also finds that funny. You know what I'm saying? Because then it's like, at the very least, you'll be on the same wavelength as far as like, hey, we both find this funny.
Right.
You know? I was watching this reality show the other day. You ever watch Married at First Sight?
Married at First Sight? No.
Okay, so they take two complete strangers and judging off like their likes and dislikes and personalities, they meet each other at the altar, and then they do like a 6-8 week experiment where they
like a trial marriage.
They go on a honeymoon, they live together, they talk to like a therapist, shit like that, right? And there's one couple specifically where he's a very jokey dude, jokes all the time. And she almost was a little concerned about that because she's like, oh, he's always fucking joking around. And yeah, she was chill, but she was also like she wasn't always somebody who's laughing all the time, you know? And I was initially watching like, oh, I don't know if they're gonna work, even though I feel like it's good to have a balance. But specifically last night's episode I was watching with Chia, they're at a campfire and he's fucking being goofy, playing guitar. And she's not laughing. She's just kind of grooving with him, like, you know, playing along with whatever he's saying. And at the end, he's like, this is how I like to show love, you know? Just I try to make people laugh, you know? And she's like, and you succeed. Her validating his attempts.
Right.
Him being like, hey, I just try to make people laugh. And her being like, yo, you're good at it. For me, as a funny dude who, like, a big reason why I like to make people laugh, yeah, it's like a validating thing. When I saw that, I was like, oh. I'm like, you know, like, I feel like, you know, you might watch so much shit that makes you go, oh.
Yeah.
But for her being like, hey, man, you're good at being funny. I was like, oh, my God.
Sweet.
How touching.
So did they get married?
We have to wait until it's not over yet.
I see.
Yeah.
It's never over.
They're married. They have to wait. We have to wait and see if they want to stay married after the experiment. Yeah.
Wow. Man, sometimes I'm like, not that I...
Do it. Go on Married at First Sight. Do it. Oh my God.
Not Married at First, but like if there was a dating show, I mean, I probably wouldn't do it.
Yeah.
But I feel like the concept is nice. Like Love is Blind. It's like you're falling in love with people that is not about the image, which I feel like is so, so huge. And like even we talked about pheromone dating in a previous episode. Like I feel like there are tactics of finding your person that are kind of cool.
Yeah. Go on.
Here's the thing about loud cars is it doesn't make you look cool. It's the actual opposite. And they don't know that. And I think we need to tell them.
There's this dude on TikTok who does these like how people that do blah 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 think people react.
Right.
And there's a guy, there's one where he's like people with loud cars, he's driving by, he's like and then he does all the voices of what he thinks people think, and they're like, whoa, that guy's so cool.
Yeah.
Oh my God, you hear how loud that guy's car is? Man, he probably has a huge dick. Like, shit like that.
So ridiculous. Okay, I need to move my position, and I've been trying to not because I know if I move this microphone, it's going to be like, but yeah, so I've been actually uncomfortable for quite some time. So, and that's the people pleaser in me. Oh! Okay,
Well, I have a pretty bad headache. So.
Oh, should we take a little bit of Jester's Court?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, totally.
Okay, great. We're going to have some Jester's Court while I play this next one.
Hello? Hey guys, so I'm going to disguise my voice because I don't want anyone listening know who I am.
Oh, let's do it.
I just wanted your guys' advice because there's this guy that I've been talking to and known for a while now, and I just don't know if he's giving me mixed signals or what. So he would call me all the time after work and just text me all the time, and there's a little bit of flirting here and there going on, and we did hook up one time. I just want to know, how do you know if you're getting played, if this guy's just a fuckboy or what? Because he does hook up with a lot of girls, but because he's calling me all the time and texting me and he's always responsive, and it seems like he's really interested in the conversation. Like, I'm not trying to sound like a pick me, but yeah, I don't know. Do you guys have any advice? Thanks.
Whoa. Sometimes I feel like a pick me on accident.
What is your definition for pick me? Because I've heard different things from different girls.
I don't know. I guess a pick me, in my like opinion, is the type of girl that's like, oh, I just get along with guys more, or like, I don't know, a version of just wanting the attention of men.
Yeah, just always saying shit that you think guys will like to hear.
But it's like there's a difference. There's like it would be nice to be chosen as well, which seems like she's not being chosen. And also, I felt that too, of like, I don't know. I maybe am too wounded to speak. The girl was too wounded to speak. I feel like nobody is trying to commit right now, and that just might be me projecting.
Well, I think, especially in terms of this situation, I think you're right.
In the sense of she's getting played.
I don't even think you could call it getting played, because she already said she knows he hooks up with other girls.
I know, that's not great.
So what makes you think not that you're not great, but what makes you think you're the special one in this situation? You feel me?
That's hard because in my dating history or like recent events is like, I do think I'm special. So, and I'm still here.
But did you know he was hooking up with other girls though?
I don't know that for a fact, but I do know that he does not want to be in a relationship. I do know that the people that I have in my ether do not want to be in a relationship.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. As a man, I'll say this. In my life,
I'm like so nervous.
In my life, when I was in very hookup stage, when me and Chia, like we're really like communicating, like I was like, I need to make this girl my girlfriend. You know what I'm saying?
How soon after?
Well, here's what's tricky is I was fairly like fresh out of a relationship when we started communicating, like just kind of beginning to talk, and she knew that, and she knew I wasn't ready to hop into another relationship yet, but I did get to a point where I was like, okay, she's gonna get sick of my shit soon. I need to lock it down before she's like just over it.
Tell me about the timeline of when you think that she would get sick of your shit, and what was your shit that she would get sick of?
I'll tell you this specifically.
Okay.
And I've told this story before.
Wait. Oh, I wish I had a beat for this. I wanted to get a beat for any story you told on a different podcast. I wanted to get like a beat and be like, you can't tell that story, you have to wrap it. But I didn't have enough time today.
Well, sorry about it. Okay, so we had hooked up, okay? Like physically hooked up, right? And it was still kind of just an open thing. Like we were just kind of getting to know each other, having fun, and it was also long distance, So she knew I was still in the mindset of like having fun and hooking up. Like she knew I was hooking up with other girls, you know? But I was also flying back and forth to Canada like every month because I really I thought she was so cool.
How long were you doing that? How long were you flying back and forth and being openly dating but not committed?
Probably like a few months, some months.
Okay.
And then one day she was like, you know what? I don't want to do this anymore. She was like, you either gotta choose these like randoms you're hooking up with or me, And
ultimatum.
Yeah, she gave me an ultimatum, and I was like, oh shit, because I knew I just wasn't ready yet. You know what I'm saying? Like I'd been in a relationship for 4 years, and I was really having fun, and I was like, and I was tripping. I didn't know what to do because I did not want to lose her either. And then the next day, she hit me up. And she said, you know what? I apologize. That was not fair of me.
Oh.
That was unfair. It's not your fault that you're fresh out of a relationship. It's not your fault we're long distance. If I pressure you right now, it's just not going to be good for any of us. So look.
Shit, I'm about to marry her.
Yeah.
Like, I love that.
She's like, look, do what you got to do.
Yeah.
Okay? Do what you got to do, and we'll talk about it when you're ready, And I hung up the phone, and I was like, my mind was blown, and I was also like, is she Jedi mind tricking me? Because now in my head I'm like, yo, this girl's so different.
Right.
I need to lock this shit down ASAP, you know? Because in my head, and that also showed me she's such a level-headed, and also like, I've never met somebody who was able to take a step back from a situation and look at something so objectively and give a reasonable opinion on it. You know what I'm saying? I was like, yo, that's crazy. She detached all emotion from it and was like, look, it's not his fault. And even though she didn't like that I may or may not have been hooking up with other people, she was like, it's not fair.
Yeah.
So, and after that, I was like, okay, I gotta, let me cut my shit. You know, and I probably dicked around for like another month, and I was like, okay, be my real girlfriend, you know?
Right.
And that was that.
How did you ask her?
Oh, how to ask her to be my girlfriend?
Yeah.
So after, okay, I think we were long distance for about a little less than a year. And I picked her up from the airport, and I had one of those signs that like the dudes with the, you know, the cars pick you up when they hold your last name. And I had the flowers, and I had a sign that said, will you be my girlfriend? When she got off the plane.
Cute.
Yeah.
Wow. I can't wait to be cute.
But okay, so let's try and help this girl.
Well, here's the thing. I think what is unfortunate is it sounds like you are getting played. Can I say that?
I would say you are in a situation where you are probably just somebody getting hooked up with on a roster of people getting hooked up with. I don't know if that's fair to say you're getting played, because for him, unless he's putting thoughts in your mind of like, yeah, it's only you, then I wouldn't call that getting played. You know what it is. Like, no one's getting played here. You know he's hooking up with other people. Just because he's having an entertaining text conversation with you doesn't mean that he's saying he likes you.
Oh my God. Something you said just like gave me a flashback, and I wanted to jump off a bridge. So, I remember I was like hooking up with this same guy, and he was like, he literally, I can't even like put this in a fucking movie. I can't even, like, I'm having a visceral reaction thinking about this. He was like, are you all mine? And I go, am I? And he said, right now you are.
Oh, God. He thought it was going to be so smooth. He thought that shit was going to be like, oh, my God.
Right. Yeah. And so here's the thing is like, a guy can tell you that he likes you. A guy can act like he likes you. But like, if he isn't sitting out with a sign saying, will you be my girlfriend, then he doesn't like you enough. And I think, honestly, the last episode when you were like, or maybe it was 2 episodes ago, when you, even like me editing it, I was just like, oh, this guy doesn't like me. And you're over there trying to be nice, and I'm just like, oh, he just doesn't like me. And that's okay. And now I can move on. Talk about closure. He just doesn't like me.
And, you know, look, and that's what I'm saying. If this is just a male perspective situation, I'm telling you, it is what it is. He doesn't even feel like he's playing you,
right? Because
he never said No, we don't know the text conversations, but for me, if he didn't say like I like you, or if he didn't say like hey, yeah, if he's not like saying with his words things that are like cut and dry misleading, and he's just having a fun conversation with you, and you guys are hooking up, and it's all fun and games, and he's hooking up with other people, and you know that in his head he's not playing you. It is what it is. You're two grown people hooking up and hanging out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But yeah, for you, if you want more, and it's gonna be like hurtful for you to know he's hooking up and doesn't want to like quote unquote choose you, then yeah, you should probably get out of that situation.
Yeah, choose yourself.
Yeah.
Choose yourself.
Yeah. Don't be a pick me. You should pick me.
Yeah. Okay. Here's an interesting. Oh, you know what? We're gonna switch up the vibes. We did 2 dating ones, and this one sounds interesting to me.
Switch the vibe.
Hi, Megan and Tim. Loving the podcast so far. You're both such wonderfully positive people. So my question for y'all is, when you find yourself talking to someone who's being pessimistic or cynical, what's your favorite way, or like, what's your approach for planting some seeds of optimism and positivity?
Hey.
Ooh.
And she's saying talking to someone like dating, or just people in general?
I think people in general. Yeah, if you're just like negative friend. Here's the thing, nothing is uglier than pessimism.
Man,
It's not a cute vibe.
I separate myself from it, and that's why I'm like, I don't even know if I have the right advice for this situation, because I'm like, I don't want to be friends with people like that.
I know. Well,
Brings
it's just
me
like
down.
it's wet blanket.
Yeah.
It's so limiting, and it feels icky.
Yeah.
No one wants to be around pessimistic people. I think my friend yesterday said something to me that was interesting. She asks herself, how can I experience this a different way? And it wasn't with like optimism and pessimism, but I feel like it could be applied to that.
For sure.
Because it's like, if you're being negative and you're like, woe is me, the world is out to get me, nothing's going my way. Also, the thing about energy is, if you're thinking a negative thought, energy is all frequency. So if you're thinking a negative thought and you think it for, actually, this is scientific, 17 seconds, if you think a negative thought for 17 seconds, that invites another thought on the same frequency.
Oh, another negative thought.
Yeah. So then if you just keep it going for 60 seconds, then you're fucked.
For the day.
Yeah.
Then for your life.
Yeah. So like, watch your thoughts and change them as soon as they become negative.
Yeah, man. And the people that like are on the opposite side of that spectrum will look at us and be like, man, not everything's all butterflies and roses, but it's like,
Yeah. I mean, it's not.
it's not, but that's the and I'm sure we've said this in different ways, like on a previous episode already, but you can live your life thinking everything's butterflies and roses, or everything's fucking shit. Life is gonna do what life does. Why have the mentality of everything's gonna be shitty when you can have the mentality of butterflies and just improve the overall experience of your life,
I have some completely different days when I'm intentionally going out saying, anything could happen today. I could meet the love of my life. I could get like a job offer that I love. In the fact that I am operating from that standpoint, the day is better. More people talk to me. And if I'm slugging around thinking like, this shit sucks, I like just want to go home and be by myself, like, it's not a fun life to live.
It's the energy shit is real, man.
Real.
And look, we all have shitty days, of course, and it's easy to say, yeah, change your mindset, but sometimes, you really have to, like, it's like, you have to do it with purpose. Like, you have to mentally actually make yourself do it sometimes, especially when, like, yeah, of course, there's like so much bullshit in the world. Like, why not go the extra step and just be like, no, I'm gonna be all right. Everything's gonna be okay.
Yeah.
But okay, so how do we deal with the people that don't want to hear that shit?
I think that something that has also helped me, when a friend talks to me and says something negative about themselves, I go, don't talk about my friend like that. So I think there could be like little quips that you could have if someone's just being negative, to be like, also my therapist, sometimes I'll say something about myself and she's like, how can we make that less harsh? And I'm like, ooh. Okay. So I feel like if you're dealing with a negative person and they say something pessimistic, you could be like, what would the opposite be? What would it be like if it was positive? Or like, I don't know, make it a game or something.
It's frustrating.
Or like, have a bell. Anytime someone says something negative,
just fucking electric shock real quick. Dog collar.
It's like dunk tank. Tasers.
Man, it's frustrating, because I've worked with people like that who are just, that's their mindset, right? Everything's fucking negative. Like everything is not gonna turn out well. I don't want to hope for the best, so I'm not disappointed vibes, And it's like, yeah, but it's like, dude, and it's just, for me, I'm not good for this question, bro, because I would really, literally rather just separate myself from that person, from that vibe. I can only tell you so many times how I look at life before you probably get sick of my shit,
right?
And I'll be there trying to, and I've had a dinner with somebody in a group of friends who was like so frustrating to be around, where I had to be like, is this helping your life at all? You know what I'm saying? Like, yes, you feel this way. Did feeling this way help anything? Did it change anything? And they're like, no. I'm like, okay, then maybe you should change it.
Yeah.
Well, I'm there getting frustrated. Totally. Now you're just fucking my day up. Right. I don't want to be around that.
Yeah.
And it's like, and I really try to help, because I feel like it's an important thing to like to. It's an important skill to have, you know, to be able to like go navigate life through that. Because I realize not everybody has those realizations or like can do that all the time, you know.
Think positively.
Think positively. It's
I
difficult
know.
for some people.
It is. Did we help?
I will say
Actually,
this.
I think we did.
I think so. Look, man, this isn't going to be good for your negative friend, but if that shit's become draining in your life, I say cut that shit off, bro.
Yeah.
It's not worth it for me, you know? And this might just be the old head of me talking. You really get older, you realize you don't have the energy to spend time with people that are just bringing you down anymore. You know what
I
I'm saying?
know. It's also like you become the 5 people that you hang out with the most.
Yeah.
So it's like if one of those people is negative, just take a little step back and do a little bench warmer
Yeah.
situation.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Protect your peace.
And it sucks because that person's gonna be like, oh, my four friends kicked me out because I was sad. But hey, man,
Then okay, then do something about it.
do something. Find some 4 sad friends or get. All right, y'all. Hey, Megan, thanks for tipping.
Tim, thanks for tipping.
And thank y'all for watching.
See you next time.
Bye.